a little bit. You can see how it's wrinkly there. It will tighten right back up. Hello my friends, and welcome back to Slab Kings Collectibles. Today we are going to be removing some boxing tape from around this first release Batman. So it is also on the bottom here. I don't know how well you can see that. Try and zoom in really good. So hopefully, I don't suspect there should be a problem. Hopefully the watermarks don't come off with the tape. So let's go ahead and get started. What we're going to be using to remove the tape is good old Zippo fluid, which is lighter fluid, Q-tips, obviously we got paper towels. I have my tweezers, and if those don't grip well, I have pliers. And then to get under the tape, we have a razor blade with a fairly new blade on it. Should be okay. If I have any problems, I'll replace it with a new one. We are going to start right here because it folds over this way. So we could either start here or start over here. I'd rather start right here. That way, if I do take some off, I'm only taking off that WB. If I start here, I'm going to be taking off most of this to find out if it's going to remove the watermarks or not. So, I don't think it will remove the watermarks. But just to be safe, I'm going to start on the left side. I'm going to pull out a couple of these. All right. First thing, we're just going to wet this Q-tip down. And the paper, I don't use the plastic because I don't want to scratch the paper softer than the plastic tube. So I always get the paper Q-tips. And that does take a second because it soaks up into the paper a little bit. So you kind of got to wet it twice. And we're just going to go around it real quick just to get a good edge. We'll just try and get right on under it and lift up. We're not trying to cut under it. We're just going to pull it on up, and you can see that we do have a little bit pulled up. So we can stop there, grab it with our tweezers. It's fairly easy. I've done this before with the tape. Now I know not all tape is the same. So, but what I'm doing is I'm going to wet it again. So like I said, the paper will absorb it. And then we're going to keep going. Okay, it is not taking off the watermark, so we are very lucky here. Very, very lucky. And we're getting to the seal here. So what I'm doing is I'm just rubbing the back of it. This is why we need several Q-tips. To keep it wet. I'm going to get a better grip over here, more in the middle of the tape here. And we're gonna just wet her on down, and hopefully we can pull it on up. There we go. There is a vent hole right about here. Oh, right where my thumb is actually. So I'm gonna try and avoid that with the lighter fluid. This is pretty difficult right here. It's going very slowly. also want to be careful of how much pressure you're going to be using. Coming up around that vent hole, that is the spot where it will want to tear. Actually, looking at it, we have vent holes here and here also. Let me try and move this up here so we have a better look. I have to keep that in mind right there. So I'm gonna get rid of this. I'm just gonna go at it with my fingers. Put some more lighter fluid on here. That's working. All right, now we're at that vent hole. Gonna go very lightly. All right, we got past the vent hole without tearing. My fingers are sticky. This is all sticky. I'm going to do the other side now because my Q-tip's sticky. There we go. That is going very nicely. Okay, so I have to be very careful because I did peel off some of the watermark. So the lighter fluid does not seem to be affecting it, but the tape did tear off some of the watermark. So we can see right here that it did take off some of the watermark, so it is left on the tape. So switch back to the back here. And that is a good thing to know. So we both learned something together on that one. Yeah, I did this with Empire Strikes Back. And obviously I didn't have a problem with the watermarks there. Actually, I did run into them on the back. Okay, we're getting there. So I picked this movie up on eBay. I checked. Oh, that was close. Be careful. Be careful. Oh, it's on tape. That's why. Okay, so now we should be the end of the tape there. So I picked this up on eBay. Ooh. This is how sticky my fingers are. Go ahead and put some more lighter fluid on here. And we're going to keep going. So I picked this movie up on eBay. I look several times. I had a viewer comment that they want to know where I get my movies or how I find them. And you might think it'd be pretty obvious, but I spend a lot of hours looking online for my movies. So there's no special trick really to it. If there was, I wouldn't give it away, but because I make money off this. There we go. We are getting there, guys. We're almost around to the other side. I constantly search for movies. I get on my phone and say I get an eBay notification because I'm a full-time seller. Say I get a notification, I'll handle that. If it's a message or a sale or an offer, I'll handle that. And then I'll just go into the search bar and I'll start searching out stuff to, you know, what I'm looking for. Batman. So I look up Batman and I refine it to newly listed. And one time it popped up. This guy was up for $35. It had tape on it. I checked it over real good, and you know, I have seen this before with the Empire Strikes Back, like almost exactly the same way this is. And that didn't end up having any tears, any problems, or anything like that. So I was like, well, maybe it's just the same guy did it or something. Because you'll see on the back there's like a metal detector security thing. And let me just get this off of here. I don't know where to put it. All right. Look at that. We're almost done with that whole piece of tape. So I looked it over and it showed the bottom and everything in the pictures, and I'm like, well, that don't look bad at all, and you can see that it's sealed there. You know, so I'm like, okay, well, I'm gonna buy this, and hopefully those watermarks don't come off with that tape. And I got lucky. I would have left them on there. I'd have left the tape on there and graded it if they weren't gonna come off, or if it was gonna take off the watermarks rather. Come up here and do the top. This is a sticky mess, guys. Real sticky mess. There's that other vent hole right in that WB there. Try and get under the other tape without having to use that razor blade again. So I'm coming at it like this, and hopefully I can get it to pull up that other, nope. I can see the corner right now, so it ain't gonna work. And there we go. Well, one more piece of tape left on this one, and then we clean it up. I'm gonna take off this sticker up here, and I think I'm gonna take off the one that says it's 11/89. That's a good date. I think I'm gonna keep it on there just because of the date on there. It says 11/89, so November of 1989. That's when this was released, right before Christmas. All right, we have one more to go. All right, we got a brand new Q-tip. Go ahead and soak it. And we're just gonna clean up right here. Go at it right here. So, see how we do. Okay, we're a little bit up. A little bit more. Okay, so we got it a little bit up. We are going to start working it slowly. This is the most crucial part. You really want to go slow right here is when you get started, because you can rip this tape right off, or a price sticker, you rip it right off. So you want to go at this slowly. Did get a little lighter fluid under the seal there, so I'll show you how I deal with that. It's pretty harmless, but I do take some paper towel, like right there where the vent hole is. That's how it got under there. And I'll just dry it up, and then by the time everything shrinks down, it's usually evaporated away. Alright, so we are separating up here. So I wasn't paying attention. So we're going to go at it again. Right in this corner. Like I said, I'm not slicing it. I just grab the corner and I lift up. There we go. Trying to get it all the way over to where that break was. I am on a vent hole, so noting that we got to be very careful on how much we pull. And we are going to have a little bit of lighter fluid under this vent hole as well. There we go. We are doing good. This is one of the more time-consuming ones. I had somebody leave a comment saying they would use heat, and how they shrink these down is they use heat, so I would not recommend that. Try and go at it like this. Yeah, it's much easier. Trying to be proper for the video, you know. Now, I have to wash my hands because they're super sticky. And then we will take off the rest of this sticky residue, clean the tape up. We're going to mine this sticker. We don't want it, it's just paper, so we don't want to get it wet. Alright, to do this, we're just going to fold up and do a little square, put lighter fluid on it, and stay away from that paper sticker. And mind the vent holes as well. You do not want to get the glue. Lighter fluid and glue are two different things. So right now we're trying to clean up the rest of the glue. It works very well. Oh, there's no. A little more lighter fluid. I'll do the bottom and the other side. All right. Now we're going to fold it. And we're going to wet this side. It's still a little wet. We're going to wet it more. Let's soak in there. And we're going to clean up some more. And this one gets more of a thorough soak. You can see I got a little bit of lighter fluid under there. Not a big deal. I'll show you an after because the seal gets loose a little bit. You can see how it's wrinkly there. It will tighten right back up as soon as it dries off. All the fumes vape off. Let's get over here. Set this down for a minute. I'm going to flip it over and I'm going to do it one last time, and hopefully that will take care of the rest of the stickiness. It's real quick, like, not scrubbing or anything, just lightly going over it. That's key, is do it lightly. If you do it too hard, especially when the seal is all soft like this, you will most definitely scratch it. So you want to go, I mean, you can go fast, but just don't put any pressure on it. Let the glue do the work. Or the lighter fluid, take the glue off, let it work. So there we go. This is by far the most complicated one that I've ever done. And I will be back with you as soon as this dries off. I may decide to give it one more wipe down, but I will be back after that. So, and we'll take a look and see how this seal looks. Right now it's looking pretty rough. Alright, so we are back. And this is the final result of the Batman with the wraparound watermarks. As you can see, all of the little drifting went away. We got a little indent right there. Looks like it's stuck to the seal. No, just a tiny little impression. But that sticker, we were able to save that sticker with that date of November 1989 on it, which is when this beauty was released. Here's the bottom. It's all looking really good. It still has a little stick to it, so I'm going to wipe it down one more time before we send it in. But I would like to thank you guys for watching the Slab Kings Collectibles. If you could, please hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell to be up to date on future uploads. You guys have a great day. Peace.